Now, a lot of GPC's businesses at the foundation sell parts, but part of your role is helping your customers and your trade workshops succeed, because when they win, you win and we all win together. How are you doing that?
Well, that's multifaceted, really. I mean, at its core, we need to get the right part to the customer at the right time, at the right price, so they can run a productive workshop. That is at its sort of foundational level. We're really a distribution business, so we've got to have all the right combinations of parts in the local store and get it to the workshop as quickly as we can, so they can run a productive workshop. But that's really the core value proposition, and we try to go a step further than that. We like to think that we're trying to help provide a more complete solution for the workshop owner. So we do that in multiple ways. So we have arrangements with data providers around the world. So we're aggregating service repair, times guide data, diagnostic data, and presenting that to our customers in an integrated vehicle parts catalog system, Navigator Pro or Prolink, smart quote services, things like that. So they can actually provide an OE equivalent customer experience. That's really important. If you're running an independent workshop, your big competitor is the OE dealer. So being able to provide the car owner with an experience that feels like the genuine OE dealer experience, I think, is really important. So having trusted quality data to enable that, having integrated systems that enable that, training as well through Autotech. We train 4,000 or 5,000 technicians a year with Autotech through our masterclass program. But there's lots of training providers out there, so we're not saying Autotech's the one-stop shop. It's not. I think we need to encourage our workshops to invest in training. Just like my own experience, not technical training, but other professional development. What we're expecting of our technicians now in terms of the vehicle, the breadth of vehicles they have to work on, the new technologies, I think the investment in training will rise. We've got to try and help our workshops run a more productive operation. I mean, their biggest single commodity is labour time, right? So if we can help them in some way run a more productive workshop, I think that's really important. The cost of real estate's going up, the cost of capital equipment, cost of labour's going up. So you've got to be able to be more productive with the labour that you've got. And we play a role in that through some of the programs we've got. And then the other thing I'd say that extends beyond what Repco does or what Napa does is being attached to a network of some sort. So, whether you join a franchise group or one of the dealer groups, or whether it's Repco Authorised Service or Capricorn or part of Mechanic.com or Garage Network, whomever it is, actually, I think for an independent shop owner to be attached to a network so that you can connect with and talk to other like-minded individuals is really important, because it's bloody tough, right? Whether you're running an independent mechanical repair shop or doing the job I'm in, it's tough, and you need to be attached to a network of other people that you can help solve problems together with. And the AAA is a good example of that. I'm probably biased now because I'm the chairman of the AAA, but I know that the work that Stuart and Leslie and the team do to advocate for this industry is really important work. And, that work needs to be funded and supported, and they're really out there every day pounding the pavement, supporting the independent aftermarket. And I think, if every single workshop owner in Australia for less than a cup of coffee every 2 days paid their membership and became part of the AAA, to be a really powerful force to advocate and support the aftermarket and protect this industry for the long term.
Yeah, there's a couple of themes there. One is that, you're really mad to try and go it alone these days. I think the power of communities and partnerships and working together is profound. And to your other point as well, I mean, if we can lean on suppliers as workshops to be more than just a parts supply, but the right information at the right time, training to be a perpetual learner, it's a culmination of all of those things that help us reach the ultimate goal, is what you said, is being more efficient. Yeah, 100%. It's about getting more out of what you've got. Yeah?
Yeah. When we've not enjoyed the success at Repco or Napa that we've had through any one thing. It's a cumulative effect of hundreds and thousands of different things we've done over many, many years, and having great partnerships. We can't do it all ourselves. Been around for 102 years and we're not perfect yet. And, I don't know whether there
Never
is
get
such
there.
a thing
Yep.
as perfection, but you got to continue to strive to be better. And I don't think any of us can do that on our own. So for us, it's about having great supply partnerships, great freight partnerships, data, technology partnerships, customer relationships. All of those things are really important. I've just named a few. There's so many more, but it's the same for a workshop owner. You might have a terrific workshop and have all the skills and capability in the world, but for reasons around either the available working capital or the space, you might not be in a position right now to do ADAS calibration. Doesn't mean you have to say no to the customer. There's other ways to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Form a partnership with a specialist and outsource the work, but keep the customer coming back to your shop as a primary service centre for that car owner and probably their family as well. So forming partnership with other specialists that can help you solve a problem, I think, is really important.
There's always a solution. Sometimes you just need to think outside the box.
Yeah. Don't say no straight away. I came up through Repco, having that drummed into me to never say no. Before you say no to anyone, always ask someone else for their advice or input. And you'll be surprised how many times you can come up with a solution. And even if you do have to say no, you can often point the customer in the direction of someone that can say yes. And sometimes that feels like you're sending your customer to a competitor, but I'll guarantee you that person that you've given that advice to will value that feedback much, much more, and will probably come back to you next time anyway.